So that's for me, like, I'm just a normal, casual, competitive player. So for me, buy Karam my Taram lah.
Yeah.
Buy Karam my Taram lah.
Yeah.
Buy Karam my Taram lah.
Yeah. What is going on, guys? This is Aniq from Lepak Geng Bottom Table, and in this episode, in this particular special episode, kita bawa the one and only our Malaysia Master Ball finalist Khalid.
Everyone, I'm Khalid. Actually, I'm also from the Lepak Geng Bottom Table lah. So I don't know kenapa intro dia special sangat. Yeah, back again in the episode today. So what's the coverage this week?
So the coverage this week is, of course, one of our own finally made it to the World Championship lah. And for the first time, is it? For the
Yeah,
first
for the
time,
first
right?
time.
So runner up the 2 days of grueling battle.
Yeah.
Memang kau-kau
Long
punya
weekend.
battle lah. Memang like it's a long weekend for me, long weekend for you. So half the weekend.
It's been a very exhausting weekend for me. We played, I believe, 8 games of best of 1 on day 1, and then I believe around 7 games on day 2. So it's been a very tiring weekend for me, very draining, and not to mention, I'm still processing everything that's been going on. Everything apa I want, so nak process benda tu is like a lot for me lah. But I'm glad to be here, alhamdulillah, and shout out all the support that I got from everyone from MYU and Aniq as well, and LGBT, to all the viewers. But yeah, it's been a crazy weekend for me. So yeah, MBL, how was it?
So kau tanya aku ke?
Yeah.
Okay, for this season actually, I'm not really like macam mengharapkan apa-apa sangat lah, if I'm being honest, sebab been busy playing champions and all, but it quite hurts lah after like aku dah main berapa MBL, berapa PBL, and just to make it to the day 2, it quite hurts, sakit lah, like bila turn aku kan. But at the end of the day, bila orang kata the stars tu tak align lagi, bila belum sampai masa kau lagi, belum sampai masa lagi kan. So actually the first, second, third game aku menang like clean shot. Actually the 2 loss tu aku macam I don't mind, because the matchup memang it's okay. The matchup tu memang bad matchup untuk aku, Dragapult dengan Regime Bolt. And I don't know until that day yang Regime Bolt memang kena ambil prize dulu. And turns out diorang boleh tail dance and then hand attach and then Crispin, so just boleh wrap macam tu je, macam okay, tak apa, aku boleh buat kan. So that means aku dah kalah. And ada that one particular game lah yang buatkan aku rasa macam which this game memang like pure luck.
Yeah.
Against Emmeline, shout out to Emmeline, against Mega Lucario.
Yeah.
It's a favorable matchup juga untuk aku, sepatutnya lah. Tapi nak dijadikan cerita, my hand somewhat after aku dah keluarkan prize, aku dapat playset Forest of Vitality. So rasanya macam okay, this game is not meant to be mine. So okay, move on to the next game, and then next game I menang lawan Gachom lagi. Lepas tu the last game lah baru lawan Raging Bolt. And then after that, if I'm being honest with you guys, after balik tu shout out to my girlfriend juga yang stay with me, like macam give a support, yang kata like macam she just been there lah. She's awesome, shout out to her again. She's been like macam it's okay, you can try again and all apa semua. I support you whether you want to quit or not, because I'm on the verge of quitting already, because still based on luck, right?
Yeah.
Why I'm still playing, right?
Yeah.
So rasa macam okay, and then like after the pipe bomb video,
Yeah.
and then everyone giving me
Very
support.
controversial video.
Yeah, very controversial video. And then like macam it's not the thought that I'm feeling that I am better than everyone else.
Yeah.
It's the thought of I've been playing for like what 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And then there's no improvement on my side.
Okay.
So it feels like a bit macam orang kata agak demotivated lah untuk main on that day. And then after the comment session, shout out to Kazuki, Dr. Jason, Aaron, Kang, semua yang bagi motivation words, Adri, Ilan, semua. Shout out to you guys yang bagi motivasi untuk aku, yang mungkin aku akan teruskan and maybe try harder, because if aku kira betul-betul lah daripada champion tu, gelaran champion tu, daripada jauh ke dekat sampai ke orang yang sebelah aku ni lah. So Khalid, so how's your journey from day 1 to day 2?
My journey from day 1 to day 2.
Yep.
So I believe day 1 was best of 1 Swiss rounds, 8 games, and to make day 2 you had to go either 2 or lesser losses. So the requirement this time is actually a bit more strict lah. But at the same time, I also feel like it's a bit more forgiving. I believe day 2 there's 198 masters players. So I went 6-2 on day 1. My only losses were to Festival Lead and Okidogi, which for me is actually quite understandable. I sort of expected that coming because it's one prize and one prizer. So whoever sort of takes the one prize first, they sort of about 85%, 90% they win the game. But I pulled through. I managed to pull through with a 6-2 record, getting into day 2. And for day 2, we played 4 matches of best of 3 for the qualifier rounds. And I went, I won all my games, but I went 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0. So, that my first, it's not my first experience best of 3 lah. I played best of 3 before in the 2024 Inter College Cup, but I would say luck also played a part lah. As everyone would say, luck is definitely a skill. That's something I can conclude from this weekend. Luck is definitely a skill. Matchup also plays a skill, and how much reps you get into practicing the deck that you chose for that event. So, my first matchup was for day 2 was against Okidogi, which I went 2-0. And then I played against second game Zorg Blizken, which was Brandon Gunn, my opponent, the previous PBL champion. I went 2-1.
PBL, yeah.
Yeah, PBL. And then my third game was against Greninja Frostlass, which I went 2-0. And then my last one was on stream against Dragapult Dust Snore, which for me, all of the games so far have been quite manageable for me. I don't think there was any sort of very difficult matchup. If anything, it will be the Okidogi matchup, which I somehow managed to pull through.
Yep.
Then after the 4 best of 3 qualifier rounds, we moved into top 8 cut, and I believe top 8 there was only 2 je lah Melayu, that's me.
Why you make it about race, man? Suddenly, kenapa tiba-tiba kau cakap pasal race, Jan?
Just saying, I thought it was very distinct. I do this best.
I mean, the community alone is 80% Chinese, bro.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, there was Adila also piloting Raging Bolt, which is actually crazy impressive. She's like super consistent player. For top 8, my first game was against Sneaky. Shout out to him. Super consistent player. I went 2-1, but honestly, I just lucked out on that one because time was called. And then the second game, the semi-final game was my first game was against Jason B. Yeah, Jason B fighting Lopani Frostlass, which I went 2-0. Honestly, I lucked out on that one. Then my semi-final was against Nikki, and lastly, the grand finals was against George Stanla, fighting Arboliva Kilmas. So, I lost on my grand finals. I went 0-2. But I finished second, the runner-up, which secured me my Worlds Invite and Travel Award. But really, it's been a tiring weekend for me lah. Really, really tiring. But it's a good experience. Originally, my goal was to just make the day 2 cut, take the playmat, and then dip after a few losses. But somehow that turned into a Worlds Invite lah for me. So
because we all want the playmats, right?
We all want the playmat. The playmat is really cool, by the way.
Yeah, see the playmat.
Super clean playmat. But yeah, here I am now. Worlds bound. Proud to represent the LGBT Lepak Geng bottom table. So I guess it's not really bottom table anymore. But yeah. So what were your thoughts on the deck coverage during the whole event?
Okay, if I'm being honest, the top 4 is really unexpected.
Right.
I
thought about that also.
I supposed to. Somehow Alakazam is gonna be up there, and I don't know it's gonna be you, bro. Aku macam okay, Alakazam aku rasa akan top 4. Must feel like macam okay, Alakazam gonna do somewhere, and then aku tak tahu pula yang Khalid final because Arboliva made it champion, and
no one expected that.
Yeah, no one expected that. And then Jinchung play Hydrapple, and then Nikki, right?
Nikki with Dragapult. That's sort of expected lah. I think Blazepaul is a super good pick in the current format, and somehow it's piloted by Nikki, someone who's super consistent over the years. So it's sort of a no-brainer. But for the rest of the top 8, I believe we had another Dragapult Blaziken, which was I think Winston, and then Slotbox, Lopanis, Frostlass. And then one more was, I forgot the other deck. Oh, sorry, Raging Ball.
Adila.
Yeah. So I believe the decks are there's quite a variety if you were to compare it with other MBLs or regionals. In Malaysia, I feel like the format is much more diverse.
Yep.
Mostly because, first it's a best of 1 format lah. And then even now the change is that even if you make day 2, you can change your deck.
Yep.
You can change
That's
your
the
deck.
thing. That's the thing.
So you can play something that's super consistent in best of 1. Then if you make day 2, you can change to something that's super consistent in best of 3. So it gives us more room to play lah.
Betul.
More room.
Sebab dah tukar like macam BO1 to BO3 is different.
It's very different.
Even that one particular card pun, let's say dalam Dragapult. Some Dragapult ada yang main what's the characters.
Characters, yeah.
And mungkin that particular card tak sesuai untuk BO1.
Yeah.
Maybe that particular card sesuai untuk day 2 kan.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, memang banyak lah macam cakap tadi kan. Banyak gila like macam variety. Kita pun like macam all of my 8 matchup aku tak jumpa deck sama je.
Yeah.
Because last year yang menang Dragapult Reacts.
Yeah.
Which is this year pun aku expect Dragapult to win the whole thing.
But
somehow that finalist, the fella who play Alakazam and Josh Tan. So yeah, it's quite unexpected lah. Macam nak tengok top 4 ni kan, macam okay, so maksudnya dalam environment sekarang ni aku boleh cakap yang lagi-lagi, I mean to be fair, baru satu set after rotation. Yeah, baru satu set after rotation and banyak key cards yang dah keluar.
That's true.
Macam Arven, Nesball, banyaklah key card yang dah keluar, like Iono, Counter Catcher semua kan.
I feel like really the format now dia more kepada like luck heavy.
Yep.
There is no Iono, there is no Counter Catcher yang boleh, even you main dari belakang pun, you're behind by 2-3 price, you can still play the comeback game in the previous format. But now there's no.
Right now tak ada, betul. Macam aku kena Pokémon Catcher once. Yeah, that's random but like okay. But sure man, you gotta take 2 first,
Yeah.
So yeah, so what's your preparation for Worlds?
World's preparation. Well, first of all is the visa lah. That's the number one, like the opposition, the wall I need to overcome before preparing for Worlds. But
Just in case kalau korang tak boleh detect, dia student. So kalau dia cakap visa mahal, kau spam komen dekat bawah, dia cakap Khalid dengan Adi.
I'm accepting donations. Just kidding. But yeah, visa out of the way. For Worlds prep, actually I haven't put much thought into it yet, but I believe Worlds is 2 formats ahead, which is Pitch Black by that time lah, in August, which is the Dark Rise set. I believe Chaos Rising comes out in the next few weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So, yeah, in the next 2 weeks, which I'm actually quite excited to start testing already. So there's some cards, I'm looking into. There's the Mega Greninja, there's the Thornton book or something like that lah. And then Pitch Black is another set where the meta might shift slightly and give some decks more favorable spotlights. But I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm looking into Mega Darkrai at the moment, but playing something like a beat stick attacker that gives out 3 price a bit maybe out of my style, but we don't know kan. It's like I believe Worlds is now is what, May, June, July, August, September. It's like 3 months ahead.
Yep.
So we don't know what I might decide by that time lah, but I'm looking forward to do all the preparations and such in the upcoming months.
Banyak lagi masa untuk kita fikir yang deck apa yang untuk Worlds nanti.
And not to mention in America, it's an entirely different environment lah. Over there, everything is best of 3. And deck selection there is also very, very different from Southeast Asia. So maybe to prepare for that, I'd have to get used to all the best of 3 environments and such. I'm used to playing best of 1, when if you break there and then you just lose everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about the new MBL format change, right? Would you want it to transfer over to the next Premier Ball League, or would you want them to change the system all over again like the previous one?
Aku rasa the worst ever Premier Ball League punya format is the BO1 until the end.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, Play 2 also play best of 1.
Yeah. The one yang Zio hand attach pass and then turns out dia kena knock out everything.
The dog.
So I believe this format yang macam 8-2 kalah 2 game untuk dapat day 2, it's macam, sebab personally aku tak nak like champion apa, aku just nak the play mat, just nak something to make it to the day 2. In a way, anywho, aku rasa macam it's too easy, Macam even you lose 2, sometimes masa before this, right, you lose 2, okay, ada chance tak, so dia tak ada dah 3 dan 2. And sebab before this you lose 2, ada like macam apa, like 20% untuk you make it to the day 2. Macam now you kalah dua, and then there's a chance untuk you make it confirm dah 100% you make it to day 2. Macam hari tu right, apa jadi like I perasan dekat some of the guys yang dia dah 6-0, and then dia macam okay, dari game ke-7, game ke-8 dia dah macam dah tak try.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
So macam
the last 2 games but you auto make the day 2 cut, which is true. I understand that the thrill isn't there anymore. So the last time we would check our resistance, see wah, aku masuk ke tak day 2 ni, do I make a cut, is resistance aku strong ke tak. Like now, like you said lah, you already know you will auto qualify for day 2 if you lose less than 2 or just 2. But at the same time, I do feel like it's a bit more forgiving.
Yep, betul.
Even as we say macam, oh, it's maybe a bit too easy lah, you know, just don't respond it. You boleh masuk day 2. It's easier to say it. It's easier to say it than to actually, you know, carry it out, you know, because we need to bear in mind it's a best of 1 format where anything can happen.
Betul.
If you break, you lose there on the spot. And I was close to losing my 3rd game, but I pulled through lah. But losing 2, I feel like the system, even though it's the first time for me pushing to day 2, I think it's an alright system, and I think they should move it over to the next PBL. But that's just my take lah. Into day 2, quite a lot of familiar faces still lah. You know, you have all the guys at Team Monkey,
Team Ampang.
Oh,
sorry, Team Clan. Team MCC.
Some guys at MGL also made the day 2 cut. Some new faces, some familiar faces, but I feel, yeah, you do have a point. There are some like shocking why like this super persistent player didn't make the day 2 cut. Again lah, because the qualifier rounds is best of 1. Anything can happen.
So BO1 anything can happen. You can draw into your Forest of Vitality playset pun boleh jadi lah. So before tutup ni lah. So bagi tu kejap. Di bawah tu. So aku tak tahu kau ingat ke tak benda ni. Tapi ni aku korek daripada tong sampah. Sebab the shop, nama kau ada lagi belakang? The shop owner still ada lagi. Aku tak tahu sebab dah bergapuk lah. So you guys macam like some of us memang ingat lah benda ni. Like this is how we started lah. Kita start daripada inter college, right? Yeah. Waktu ni akademia allow like tak semua student, right?
That's the sort of
kita pakai kita punya ID ni kan.
Ada 2 working adult lah.
Yeah, I mean ada 2 working adult lah. Ada seorang tu dah 40 lebih lah kan. Lepas tu this is the first time for me personally. I'm the guy yang 7-0 and he's the guy yang buat make it to the top table with the rogue deck at that time.
12 Electro.
Yeah, so this is yours. Aku dah pegang lama. Lupa nak bagi je kau.
Nostalgic. Thank you. Nostalgic.
Personally, aku harap kau tak ambil apa-apa from my pipe bomb video. Aku harap kau tak ambil apa-apa seriously sebab I'm really proud of you yang kita dah playtest sama-sama, kita dah jalan sama-sama. It's just that aku punya kekecewaan tu orang kata lebih dah cover aku punya bangga, you know. Aku punya perasaan bangga kat kau tu aku dah macam aku dah di overshadow by aku punya kecewa. But I'm really proud of you and aku tak tengok game kau, if I'm honest, aku tak tengok game kau. Sebab the reason being I'm too depressed to watch any video relating to cards. And then buka-buka malam tu aku tengok semua orang dah celebrate, Khalid final. And then like petang tu aku chat kau kan, cakap we'll go with the whole thing. Lepas tu baru tadi kau reply sort of. So congratulations, good luck for the Worlds. So ada apa-apa kata-kata terakhir?
Before we close, I want to say thank you so much to everyone that support Lepak Geng Bottom Table podcast up until now. We are trying our best to upload more content as the time goes by. Now is the off season.
Yeah. Dia nak suruh dia datang pun makan 3 tahun ni.
Now is the off season, so maybe our uploads will be a bit more slow. But I want to say thank you to everyone that has all the encouraging words and support that you gave me over the past weekend. Shout out Khalid and the boys, Amir, Ramat, Aniq, Law, and and Kim also. Thank you so much. But LGBT Worlds.
Thank you so much guys yang join. Jangan lupa like, subscribe and share this video dekat kawan-kawan korang yang main Pokemon TCG. So see you guys on the next episode. Bye.